I'm back, obviously, Club Cashew. So, the one we're going to be... This one looks like it's... Double check that really close. What the... There it is. Is it? Is that actually... So, let's see here. What did we do last Wednesday? It almost looks like Mindscape. I can actually... Return to the blah blah blah. Let's see. Just want to make sure. Excuse me. Well, let's try it out. Let's try reunion. If it should say go through the Solarian system or whatever. Trying to remember exactly. On here. Come on. Yeah, would you? Anyways, reunion,
a group of Talaxians living in the Intaba system are ready to move to a new homeworld. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to begin preparations, and I'd like you to assist them.
Nope, this is a different one, so we're on the right one. Alright, cool. That gets me where I want to be, and I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to give you guys the same story. That's always like, who wants to hear the same thing, right? I do that in real life. Why should I do that on streaming? That would be really, really bad. Let's just go to my channel really quick. Just so I can chat with you guys. Turn off the sound so you don't hear me saying the same thing over and over again. Perfect. And let's see, where are we? Oh Lord. I believe this is actually just farther ahead in the same story, so let's return to ship. Pretend nobody saw this. It's the future, right? And why is that viable? Because it happens all the time in Star Trek. They always go to the future, do stuff that just doesn't make any sense. There we go, dashboard. Much better. There we go. Now I can actually talk with you guys, and we can do stuff like that. I wish I could figure out how to actually just do the overlay, like use the camera on my computer. I should really just got some money coming in, hopefully, and I should be able to break down a little chunk of that and just get a camera that I can hook to my Xbox. Alright. Who the fudge? Do you think they heard us? Alright, so, excuse me. I've had this, excuse me, nasty cold for some time at my house. And a quick way to do this is to just go to your primary mission there, hit that, you can hit your trans warp. You can do this like every 15 minutes. Anyways, it's timed basically, so you can't just do it like back to back unless you got special warp things that you can get, like the little. I'll show you here in a minute. Little pieces that you can get from the dilithium store. They're cheap. I'd recommend this. Like, don't. It's not a waste. Like, it's gonna get you around. It'll make the game not even way more bearable, but you're not gonna be like kicking yourself in the foot, right? Trans warp coils. You're gonna hear them talk about different types of coils in like Voyager and stuff. But here's your trans warp coil. This is just your pretend thing that allows you to go to the Alpha Quadrant, Bajor sector. That's D Space Nine, ladies and gentlemen. Cardassian sector. That's just outside that. Delphari sector is kind of much more north. I mean, Denoblia sector again is farther out. So, and then you got the Beta Quadrant, which is where we're from. All the way down, you can see Ryza, Kronos, Unroth, Hubrius, Dantu, Borath, Azura, Dantooine, Naboo. Wrong. That's Star Wars, my bad. Anyway, so cooler one. Here's this is basically like they're giving out the Discovery Emerald boxes. Like, you can have it for free because you got to buy the key, and this is where you can reclaim anything you've bought before. On other characters, because I actually bought those two there on different characters. This is from this character. I bought those from different characters. So if I wanted to use some of these I bought on another character from the Phoenix prize pack, I can get them right here, because there's certain ones. I actually don't see it here, which is kind of funny, because there's a certain one I got from. Actually, I think I deleted it. Might be why, but I got it from totally. It didn't work with the ship I was running with my big Firebird, unfortunately. So, actually, you should be able to change ships, because what I want to show you guys, what I want to go in with today. Don't get me wrong. I'm like working on this ship. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm working on mastering this ship. So you're gonna get certain ships that are. They get more abilities once you master them. This one's almost all the way. Here's this one I'm talking about. They work in tiers. You get better, right? This is more buff. You get like don't die easy, right? And here's rapid repairs. I repair quicker, right? Heal quicker. Energy and radiation damage resistance. Die easy. Whole hit points. It means I just have more health from the ship. And then there's history will remember. So over a period of time, it'll stack. Excuse me. Stack health and health regen and give me more damage, so I can do more damage. It's called history will remember. It also ups my threat generation by 10% though, so I can stack this 30 times, which means at some point, if I build this ship right, which I wanted to, it's gonna be a tank, a different character, not this guy, but I'll be able to stack this to a tank, and it's gonna be my TOS and pretend he's like the cousin of Scotty. Anyways, and it makes a great tank start off, so you don't, you can threat is they call it threat generation. It's aggro, right, in other games, and this is the one I'm working on. Lost in time, you kind of go back in time and heal yourself really quick. So if you played ESO, you'll be familiar with the Sigil Order skill line. This is kind of like that ultimate, sort of, not initiated the same, but it does the same thing, which means you just gotta figure out the time and you can use it in the same fashion. But we're not gonna be using the USS Boeing today. We're gonna, that's the USS Apodaca. We're gonna go actually to the Dyson Sphere real quick, and we're going to change out. Let's see here. I wish I was like close to space. We'll go to Dyson Sphere real quick and change out. I should have done that right off the bat. We'll change out change out the you know what? Should be able to just do it this way. Transport bird. I'll take your Earth space dock really quick. We'll change out the ships because I want to show out a different ship. It's a multi-vector Phoenix Advanced Escort. And why am I calling it a Phoenix Advanced Escort? It's not actually called quite the same. as they don't have the term multi-vector in there. It is a Phoenix Advanced Escort that I'm using the multi-vector console on, and what this does is it allows me to separate my ship in shipping lanes. That's just so super. But it allows me to separate my ship into multiple vessels, essentially, multiple pieces. And then with the Phoenix part, I can set it on fire with plasma, which is just essentially just really, really hot. Extremely hot, burn through metal kind of. So obviously it doesn't make any real sense for to actually stop me to put on my thrusters. You can see it in the corner if you're paying attention. It'll say ignition thrusters. It kills my engines, and they do it automatically. So it's kind of funny that anybody's ever said like initiate thrusters, right? This, at least in the future, they're suggesting that that's just automatic. You don't have to worry about that some other time, kind of thing. And I still gotta grab that reward real fast for this character. This is the. If you can see it a little bit better, but change out that option. Dang. Oh, I know it's good. Go to chat. We'll go to emotes, and we'll go to. I think it was like what, reject or something. Exile. You have been voted off the island. That is actually what our emblem looks like. We've got that the lion tiger, not lion tiger, the lion standing up proud. Old school is kind of simple. You'll see in some family trees that happens to be on the Farquharsons or the Farquharsons, depending on how you pronounce it. That's the English version, by the way, not the Gaelic. If anybody ever was like, well, how can it be Scottish? It's got this one in it. Well, it's not the original spelling. But anyway, so that I just like it because it's got that. It was actually my buddy, good friend, Skill Saw Surgeon, our fearless captain. He put that up there on there for us, and he actually wanted to go with a black background, but it ended up being red. And it just honestly, with the red and blue, it really sticks out with a little bit of that white. It's got almost this weird pinkish color to it. It actually looks cooler. I'll show you it in a little bit later. But this is our uniform. I actually changed the red on there because it came up yellow, believe it or not, on my like yellow for command for some reason. But you can see it's very similar to what they got. We just switched the colors. That's what it looks like. So you get the top is dark instead of the top being light. So kind of cool. That makes you stand out. You see you kind of blend in with everybody else at the same time. So we're gonna go right down here. This is Earth space dock. You can actually see one of the massive California class cruisers. I think that's California class, sitting right out. Oh no, it's hard to tell from my site. I don't think so actually. But one of the massive cruisers out there. How cool is that? And here we go, managed ships. And we will pick up. Looks like almost like that. That's the USS Atrium. That's not the one we're looking for. USS Cuchulainn, USS Luch, USS Macbethid. That is the one we're looking for. The USS Macbethid. And this is the one I was talking about. This has got the multi-advanced escort and all that stuff. We're going to ready our ship, right? And we're obviously going to have to switch out some stuff because we have some newer stuff. Turn a few things off, you know, but we'll get up there and get this ready. So I like to hide visuals because it's a little, for me, I'm like, that's a little bit strong, isn't it? So, equipped fire alarm constant. So just gonna make sure, I want to make sure that I've got, you know, whatever sets I've got them equipped on this guy kind of thing. I've really been working on multiple characters, right? And that's, because I get bored with it. That's my wife. She's just laughs right here in the background there. So, yeah, I'm looking pretty good, I think. Here's our high energy plasma, and that's what allows us to burn the plasma. There's our multi-vector advanced escort. You have to buy the multi-vector advanced escort in order to put that console, this console, on any other advanced escort. It will work on any other advanced escort. So if you're not particular to the Phoenix, you like a different other console, you know, secondary power, you can do that. Let's do more possible damage. It's always good, right? There it is, House of Martok. Cool. So we got that, and I'm just gonna run over here. Make sure we got our House of Martok going on. Singularity Warp Core, Ancient Obelisk. We're still gotta go back and I'm working on trying to get the rest of these ones here. They're in like multiple different areas. Excuse me. Ancient Obelisk Technology, there's one. And since I got it, why not put it on? So that'll give us just make sure this is on the Boyne. So Macbeth. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that this is House of Martok. That's on Macbeth. Cool. This is on the Boyne. This is the cluster torpedo. That's on it. I'm okay with that. Excuse me, Macbeth. The Boyne. Okay. This is part of the entoiled, so we're gonna have to grab that, throw it over here. I just want to make sure, right? We have all the ones we're supposed to have. Nausicaan, Macbeth, cool. Got all three of those? No, so we're missing a Nausicaan one. Macbeth. This is the kind of the annoyance one. You can't save your loadouts, but I'm usually in a hurry and airbrained half the time anyway, so it's I don't do myself any favors. We're missing something. What are we missing? I believe transmission torpedoes. House of Martok disruptor beam. Probably got that. Torpedo launcher. We got that. House of Martok defense configuration engineering. That's what we're missing, I bet. So, what is this? These are tractor mines. I'd love to have these on the ship. I have one on the fire in the back right. So most of my firepower you can see on this one. These are Nausicaans. Really? Seriously? We gotta get the science console. So we go over. Let's do our science console. And we just gotta get our console switched out really fast. I believe we'll be ready. So this is engineering. And other areas. Macbeth. The Boyne. Is this the temporal universal? I don't think so. Hot pursuit. That's not really what I'm looking for. Zero point energy conduit. Romulan singularity harness. Construction position needed on deck 37. Okay. So I mean that's all cool. That does some cool subsystems and energy drain, right? We're really trying to that's okay. That's not either. Multi-vector, we got that. High energy. Is it not allowed to be? Oh, I might have to go get it myself for this guy. Just later, but that is actually quite annoying. So, oh, it's right there. What are we missing? I've got the torpedo. Omnidirectional disruptor. Pretty sure I had that on the transphasic torpedo. And we got the console. I don't know why that's acting weird then. Let's go down to our science and just make sure that we have like half the stuff we're supposed to. Okay, cool. Multi-vector. That is the weirdest thing for it to do that. Super annoying. And this is, nope, that's not it. Is it hot pursuit? Yep. There it is, the Nausicaan. So that's the one we're looking for. So, and this is a shield reflector. 0 point energy beam stuff sounds, scary and really good. Cool. So now we got one of our sets actually active. I don't know why the other one is acting funky. It's probably, honestly, it's probably just a glitch. Yeah. It's never cool. So counter command, we're working on that one too. So there's multiple ones we're obviously trying to get to work on sometimes. Super duper. And this is universal. So I'm just gonna go down here and be like, okay, so what do we got? We got Boyne right there. It looks like I could actually equip that to there, so I might steal that temporal one. Transwarp. this is like warp core efficiency, so that's always good. Cooldown reduction to all transport abilities, which we'll be able to go where we need to quicker, right? Starship scientific readiness improves scientific bridge officers plus defense rating. Don't really need that right now, and you can do borrowed time, which is steal, health, weapon, haste, defense, all this other stuff. So that would actually be super useful. In this one, you gotta have more than one equipped, right? So it's almost like kind of solves our problem for us. There's an Oscar that's on. That's actually good almost right now. This is on the point 0-point energy conduit. Good for power systems, energy drain critical. Don't think we're really gonna need that. This thing is punch is a little bit different. This is just shield refractor, blah blah blah, whatever. Here's the point. Just make sure. Oh, transfer resistance. Yes, we're gonna steal that, throw that on there, so we can go back in time. Why not? Let's just mess up the time lane even more. I just want to make sure we got. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what it was. Is we don't have the House of Martok laser going on. I'm like thinking, so are you just gonna be a pain in my butt? Is this what's going on here? Is this where really we're gonna go? Right there, so it's telling me right now, it's like, you're only allowed to have one of these on there, for some reason. So let's see if we can't, there's a House of Martok, right? And here's Nos again, so I had to throw the other one off. So the question is, I wonder why. I'll find that out for everybody, because that's super important, right? Because here's the difference between running with Ancient Obelisk and having, 2 sets active. This one, the other one going on, and I'm not really sure why. Probably can I put more than one on the side? I'm not really doing that either. Maybe that's a glitch and it's acting like they're the same sort of item, or something like that. I'm not seeing anything in the reading, and I'm gonna have to Google that. So, because that's actually because they're both count arc damage. So, I mean, I don't know. Multi-directional beam. I mean, that'd be cool to be able to run that. I have a feeling they're gonna be like, no, right? Anyway, so those are the 2 I like to run on here: is House of Martok and the Nosigans. So it's just a bunch of Klingon technology and all that. So let's get out of this boringness. After I literally just hit that guy. Right, return ship. And we will be on our way. And hopefully, with my jabbering on, ranting like a madman, it'll have allowed us to be able to use our transwarp one more time right after we get the brand new robot, right? We need a robot. It's a law of physics. Pretty sure Isaac Newton had stated that right after the tree incident, while he was hanging out with Leonard Nimoy, otherwise known as Spock in that timeline, right? And Leonardo da Vinci. Very important. Not get those 2 mixed up. Alright. So, look at that. Captain skills. They're like, you have some traits you can blast, do stuff. Yes, history will remember. So, that's from the other one. I've locked it on the other strip so I can use it over here. And you're like, wait, isn't that the one that makes it tanky? And I'm like, that's right. I'm gonna be in a... So this is like a miniature tank. It's not quite like a big cruiser. Like you might have seen Skills flying out there with that massive looking, almost Ferengi. It's like a Rommulan, weird looking, massive ship. And I do have a special reason point. So this is an intelligence officer. Why? Because he's smart, right? Intelligence. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? No, he's a spy. That's just what they picked for him. For his first skills, and I never changed it. And I'm going to go to events, first contact. We'll go to... there's reclaim rewards right here at the bottom. Reclaim rewards. ground and special requisition pack for combat synth. Shitaga. You can see these are the ones we also got from. We also got these ones from Phoenix Prize Pack. That one, and that one. So these are actually kind of cool. You combine them together and you can like knock somebody out. You learn Tesnika or Tonskatsky, and it sounds like a Vulcan martial arts. I'm not really sure, to be honest. And Sumpek shield. I'm guessing it sounds very Vulcan to me. Absolutely no explanation, which is always good, right? And we already got. I believe we have that universal dispersing nano simulator. We're gonna double check, but here's the other two ones I was working on. And let's see, on my other ship, these are prolonged engagement, and this is gonna help keep my scimitar class, the Firebird, a little alive a little bit longer. So, and that's this is end game scenario. End game is where you start working on sets, not while you're like trying to upgrade your character or something like that. You can get them, and I can show you how to do that, but it's just you're gonna want a friend, right? Look for your buddy ClubbedCashew50, right? You must complete the Claim D something class Bajorn Intercept event reputation project. To get these, you can also claim these inside the Phoenix Prize Pack. And so this one is for like Federation and Klingon. This is for Romulan. Do not mix it up. I did. I grabbed this thinking I would have 2 out of the 3. That was stupid of me. Don't be stupid like me, right? And this is the Alliance carrier that we got not that long ago. These are all the ones that I've ever been given. But here we go. So let's do our thing. Get our guys equipped with this super duper new super uber cool robot. You know, that way is the most important part. That way we can bring Terminator reality. Sorts of. There's nothing cooler than AIs destroying everything. And this character I actually do run with that less sometimes because they're super useful for killing universal cloaked barrage. Oh my gosh, I can't use that on this. I gotta remember to dump that where it's supposed to go. I can't use it on this character because it's not a scimitar. I wish you could use that, but it's a scimitar only. So if you want to be able to fire while cloaked, get yourself a scimitar. You can get it on Klingon, Romulan, or Federation. You know, kill them while they're cloaked, right? This is my fluidic space. So I actually have certain weapons that I keep on me for excuse me, getting rid of I have weapons that I keep on me for getting rid of why can't I think right now? Weapons that keep on me for getting rid of certain other excuse me, certain other enemies like the Borg, right, or the fluidic space, which is the Undying. I don't like to run with a lot of pets in this character. One day I'll get a little thing to unlock him a little bit more. We should be. Well, I should have some new mementos and stuff, but I'll show you all that once we get there. Just make sure I have like the. See, I don't have the latest on. I can get my butt just absolutely handed to me if I didn't put it on right there. And let's just make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. And this is my fortified personnel, part of the excessive development. And so I'm still collecting sets from all over kinds of stuff. So we are going to be going against. So I don't really need anti-Borg. Just because I'm not going to be facing the Borg, but I have a lot of different anti-Borg, so we're going to go with our good old Romulan plasma assault minigun. There's also the Sanic. You know, I have different guns in this guy, but this guy mainly he uses big, large weapons. So we're going to go with assault, and we have this one backup hand to hand, just in case. And I believe we're ready to go. Yep, I wanted to check, make sure I have my lightning. That's a must-have. I highly recommend that. When you get to the part where you can get it inside your Phoenix prize pack, I think it's like very rare. Ticket, do it. Don't mess around. Don't wait. Just go. Get it. That thing drops Borg. You can't assimilate to that, right? So why would we not? All right, now let's see if we're allowed to actually transport. Yes. Cool. We'll get this started, and I'll show you how this goes. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite ship classes here, the multi-vector. Super first time chat from a couple of people being like, wanna be famous? Buy viewers and followers and primes on your follows. And I'm like, that's cool. I'm working my way to be famous. I don't know if I want to spend my own money to do that. Right? That seems exactly counterintuitive to the exactly what we're trying to do. But right on. Right? I'm gonna pay you to watch me. That's never been done in all of history. This sounds exactly backwards. Here we go. This is Eliza Flores. They don't let you change her name. I actually have it under a different name. I pretend her current name, Eliza Flores, is actually a cover because she doesn't look particularly super Spanish as she is there. A little bit, but not a bunch. But obviously, Eliza and Flores are they're Hispanic words. She says, "We have arrived in the Intabab system, sir. Our orders are to rendezvous with Admiral Tuvok on Voyager, setting a course to their coordinates now." Looks like they got some issues over there, yeah. And I might be able to. Can I cloak with this guy? I don't think so. Some of my other ships here allow you to cloak, but we're just gonna show.
Voyager is under attack by the Kazon. Engines are offline, requesting assistance.
See, I hit the thing, it set my stuff on fire, they're on fire. Plasma. We just absolutely decimated them. Because we separated multi-ships already. So.
Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the Talaxian base when we were ambushed by the Kazon. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the Talaxian colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there?
I'm totally willing to meet Neelix. That's like one of my favorite characters on your guys's... Yes, of course, Admiral Tuvok. Beam over at your convenience.
This base is populated by Talaxians. My shipmate from Voyager, Neelix, joined them before they moved to this location. The Talaxians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one.
Well, that's cool because this
the Alliance
that's something they don't really.
The relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
Just kind of quickly going over what I have. I don't remember all of the focus fences. Fireman marker. Okay, cool. And making sure we got everything slotted. Yes, we do. Okay, and yep. And I haven't played this one in a little while, so I don't want to end up fighting myself in the butt kind of thing. Borrowed time. Again, that's the one that if I gotta get somebody's attention, that's the way to do it. And this is where they left Neelix. If I remember right. Where they left, he finds all these guys. And it's also like a continuation. This allows you to, like, I'm currently watching Voyager. That's one of the reasons why we're doing the Delta Quadrant story, right? It's gotta be annoying. I see it right way too don't do that in real life.
Starfleet! Oh, what a thrill! It's so wonderful to see someone from the Federation again. It's been so long, and I keep in touch with my friends, but subspace isn't the same, and listen to me, I'm rambling on. My name is Neelix, and I serve as Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Before that, I spent 7 years on the USS Voyager with Captain Catherine Janeway.
Alright, how cool is that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, so these guys who did the Convenants and whoever the heck, they're like, you want to be famous? Buy viewers, followers, primes on yourfollows.com. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. You know what? You want to be famous? What I do is I like try to go talk to like some of the guys who are already famous. They're allowed to like kind of jump in with you if enter your stream if they want, right? And they could bring some of their followers to you. Play the games they do. Just keep getting on their show, talking to them, get to know them. You know, talk, communicate. You can do this together. That's a rule of economics done by John Knox. Brilliant man. You might know him. Well, it's a story from the movie Beautiful Mind. Combining together to do that. If you're buying viewers or followers or whatever, and Prime on follows.com or whatever, something like that, all you're really doing is like throwing your money away to somebody else. I don't think that's going to help us at all. Okay, so here we go. Admiral Janeway, she is promoted some time ago.
Janeway? Of course, she certainly earned that promotion. My link to the Alpha Quadrant wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be until the Janolan Dyson sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, but yours is the first ship to visit. I may make a trip to Earth myself sometime, sample the cuisine, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do.
About the colonization.
Oh, you've come to help. How wonderful. But of course, Starfleet's always pitching in to help out, aren't they? Why, in all my years as ambassador to the Delta Quadrant, I've done everything I could to uphold the good name of the Federation. I don't always have the resources to do more than diplomatic visits, but we try to help out anyone we can, whenever we can. There are Algonquin ships out there right now. Did you know that? My people are helping them explore the stars.
And we got two things here we can go. I'm sure the Federation appreciates your efforts on its behalf. But could we get back to the colonization efforts? Or you can be like, about the colonization efforts. That's
what where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The Kazon Nistrum have been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the Kazon keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us?
Of course, Neelix.
Wonderful! Just fly to the generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nicely old root stew for you.
Restart the 3 shield generators? Got it. And I believe we're gonna beam down now. Second. Oh no, it's I forgot it's out here. That's right, here we go. So we're gonna fly them out here. Here's the shield generator number 1. Just gonna slow down a little bit. Look at this. I believe all 3 of these are just actually around this thing. Much better now. It's actually showing up. There it is. Bam. Number 2 fixed. Number 3 fixed. And this is Eliza Flores, but that's not Eliza Flores. That is actually my engineer. She completes all. She says that completes all the satellite repairs, sir. Shield systems coming back online now. So my character for this one in my head, she's a little older. She's had a little bit of an accident. You can see with her eye, a little bit blind in that one. That's throwing things off. So she's using a visor more like glasses, but it enhances it, and it's really useful for her job. And she's very, wise. And has some result, kind of engineer sayings, kind of like a combination between Scotty and one of my favorite doctors. She's from Voyager, played by I'm trying to remember her name. It's like Mech or Myth. Not Voyager. Excuse me. Next Generation. She's the doctor from Next Generation. No, not her. Beverly Crusher, who is played by Gates McFadden. A good old Irish name there. Good work.
Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
Thank you, Neelix. I would love to beam down, Liza. Thank you. This is the first contact. It's going to stop April 26th, which is 6 days from now. So today's going to be the first day where I'm going to be getting my dilithium daily, where it's a large chunk of dilithium, and I use that to actually help with our Starbase, our new fleet. You'll be able to see those upgrade. It's very slow, so want to get as much dilithium pumping that way as we can. So it's one of the reasons we got so many characters. It helps because we can refine more than 8,000 a day, essentially, and be able to pump it where it needs to go.
So good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how. Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
Indeed. It is agreeable to see you again, Neelix.
What a wonderful surprise. Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
Alright, here we go.
You look well, Neelix.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
What the? He's quite
Of
spry
course,
for a large
children
man.
need sun
Holy
and
moly.
open skies. A place to put down roots.
Oh!
What was that?
Woo, that's not good. Says, sir, the Kazon returned almost as soon as we had transported down. We drove them off, but we got lucky shot at the base before they left. Sensors are showing some structural damage to the operations bay. Acknowledge, inform me if the Kazon
The operations
returned.
bay. Dexter was in there.
Not Dexter! No! Wait, I don't know Dexter. Was he killed? Do we like Dexter? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Dexter's trapped.
Right.
Please, do something.
What? There we go. Just transport him out. Around some very bulky stuff. I don't know how that works, but...
Dexter's a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now.
Of course, I'll help, Neelix. Whatever
Several
I
of
can
our
do.
systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
That would be my pleasure. Alright, here we go. It's, just, oh, is it supposed to be really smoky like this? Yeah, I'm guessing not. Alright, this is, go, it's repaired. And, yep, little activation thing went away, so we got that going. Super smoky. Looks like, outfits. And then, it's interesting, you actually get to see what the female Laxians look like. It's been a long time since I haven't gotten to that part yet. I think it's pretty cool. Let's jump on here and quickly make our way to the space station to save people. Why don't you know there's blah blah blah? Ooh, that's not good. So probably have to turn off that electricity power to that terminal here. Different area, I would think. Yep. So we'll have to fix something down there. I guess we'll give it a try from over here. I mean, this seems incredibly dangerous, but I'm gonna go scan that. So seems to be the power. So replacing reroute power to secondary relays. So essentially the second where it's coming in. So it's got two ways through it. That way we can fix it while it's on, basically. Not have to worry. There we go. Power. Oh. Routed power. It's use the electroplasma flow. So electroplasma, right on. Alter electroplasma flow rate. No. Not quite. Isolinear chip's matrix is causing several errors. And I guess that could cause it to do that. Isolinear chips are, linear means straight line or like, I don't remember what ISO means. Let's look that up really quick. I thought they said in Max Generation that they're made out of quartz crystal. They could store a bunch of information, of course, and obviously in this day and age, you can figure out how to read them. You can't read them right now, and you can figure out how to store it with lasers, but you have to figure it out. ISO is equal, is what it means. Or in chemistry, it is the chiefly of hydrocarbons. So, and I'm guessing that's what they're talking about is isolinear. So the chief of the carbons, it's the highest of the carbon line. I don't think quartz is made out of carbon, so there must be like fake quartz crystals or something made with carbon. Let's find out. Is quartz made with carbon? I believe it's not. Rock. I'm not a geologist. Pretty sure it's not. Oh, so there's actually a slice of time. It's called viscostone carbon, and it's large quartz particles that look like glass. So I guess there is a way to make it work. So they might be, I guess you could say, just for S and giggles, they're saying that they're using carbon to align these quartz crystal particles, and that's what makes it so linear, as they're all flowing in one direction, making it meaning. And you like make fake diamonds that are way better than anything you mine, and we use those for. We use diamonds like that these days for anything that, like lasers, anything. We don't use the stuff that we mine because those are imperfect. We can make perfect ones, so it must be like made perfect quartz linear crystals that are, the chief among them. So let's do that. They usually have some sort of thing, and then I mean I'm not a scientist, right? So that's super dangerous. You guys might want to replace that. Like something goes wrong with any one of those, and you got a massive amount of power just spewing out the back. You know? I mean, that would be like, oh, I gotta change the tires on my car, and you're like having to put out smoke, like fire from it every once in a while, you know, because of it or something like that. It'd just be kind of silly to do it that way. Wow. So, oh no. Oh, that's not cool. Citizen, and these are people who are very upset about what's going on. That's not. Okay. So it looks like that. Oh, it is. See that? So we're going to do a little jumping. I like to call it climbing. There's really good at climbing buildings. I don't remember what they call it. Maybe what do they call it when you're like running on buildings and bouncing off stuff now? What? Parkour. I used to just call it climbing in my day. It's really good at climbing on stuff. Now it's parkour. Parkour. I'm sure there's more to it because they used to call it martial arts competitions. Now it's mixed martial arts. It's more than one. No. Martial, physical combat, arts. Right? What? Mixed martial arts? Alright. And I think it looks like we got one more pair of damaged equipment. But you know, the funny thing is I don't see it on here, so maybe. Oh, our tricorder, it says. So I don't have any anomalies, but the tricorder will tell me where to go if I'm very lucky. So go in here, use our turbo lift, and it looks, yeah, here it is. This is essentially that is the looking at the outer of the station, and the asteroids around it. I'm guessing they probably do a lot of mining here because I was figuring quite a bit of money that way. These are, I mean, the Telexians are trading. They're people who do trading. It looks like they're using the same place for all the women. Right? Almost the same, like this. And the guy's gonna have, yeah, all the similar things. And then you can actually see, like, because there's actually a wide range of what you can do with people, but they look a little bit different. Not much. It's a wide range you can do. You can really make it look like yourself on this game. Alright, it says optimal range for frequency output of this model as communication is near 8.4 hertz, kilohertz, or t-hertz. Frequency output can be adjusted by adjusting the output of the phase discriminator. So a phase discriminator, so getting rid of something. No. Phase, I think that's like a type of band that goes with type of bandwidth, basically, if I remember right. So it just means something to get into line or to carry out something, gradual steps. Phase in, phase out, right? Or adjust the phase, especially if something synchronized to something like, yeah. So you're gonna phase something out is all it's really saying. So what it is saying is frequency output can be adjusted by adjusting the output for the slow output. Adjusting the slow output. Anyway, so need to increase the frequency. It says it wants to be it. Or gotta get that pretty close. I bet we could do better. Oh man, that's perfect. We're gonna 8.2 terahertz. So that's about as close as that's gonna get. Hertz, so terahertz is a measurement of power. Lock that phase in. Bam! We're ready to go. We're saving the world. That's right. You're welcome, sir. You know, be arrogant, startling. You're welcome. No, I'm kidding. Moving on, right? Going back down. I think we just gotta go to Helix now. And hopefully the Vardoir, the bad guys, who technically were woken by 709, TV series Voyager, come back. They weren't as strong, so they've got a friend who's made them powerful. Wow.
Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
Well, certainly. Let's do it. You're telling me that's supposed to do that? Okay. You know, rather ominous. Oh, they do have kids in this station. Here we go. Let's talk to Chef Jolak.
Oh, hello! I'm preparing the most wonderful feast to celebrate the colonization of our new homeworld. And we need to gather spices for the Talaxian spice stew. I'll need ranganzo, spith, basil, prishik, and some Nimian sea salt. I'm sure if you ask around, someone will have them.
Of course,
Isn't
I'll
Chef
find
Jolak's
what you
great?
need.
He's a good friend, and his falata onion crisp is superb. We're traders.
I
A
haven't
lot
seen
of people
anyone
have
like
spices.
you around here before.
But I bet
You
Alex,
must be one of those
Brexton,
visitors
Wixon,
from
and
the Alpha
Maxon can help.
Quadrant.
Okay, there we go. Now let's talk to
I
Maxon.
haven't seen anyone like you around here before. You must be one of those visitors from the Alpha Quadrant. How are you enjoying your time here? Try the Jabellian berry salad yet?
Not yet, but I'm helping the chef prepare a meal to complement, or to commemorate, I should say, the launch. Do you happen to have any spices?
Ooh, is Jolex cooking? I can't wait. Give him this spith basil. Spice stew isn't the same without a little spith.
Oh, thank you.
Maxon likes his food spicy. I once saw him add amber spice to paraca wings.
Oof. Wow. I guess, they're leaving the place. Why clean it up? I guess. I don't know.
Hi there. Are you enjoying your stay in the Delta Quadrant? Is there anything you need?
Braxa, yeah, I'm helping the chef prepare a meal to commemorate your guys' launch. Do you happen to have any spices for the meal?
Certainly. I have a bottle of Ranganzo from my last trading trip. I was saving it for a special occasion, and today certainly fits.
Thank you.
Talaxians are a warm and generous people.
I wonder where these, the smog in here is coming from. Ooh. I cannot be good.
Hello. You must be one of Neelix's friends from the Alpha Quadrant. Thank you for repairing our shield generators. Is there anything I can do to help you?
I am helping Jorlan prepare a meal to commemorate the launch. Do you happen to have any spices at all?
My mate gave me a bit of Prishik last Brixen. Would that help?
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Alex is like a
thank you.
mother to all the children here. She always has a bit of candy in her pockets for them.
But she walks around with candy in her pockets in a steamy room. That's you're kind of sticky. That sounds nasty. Alright, so we can see that it doesn't really tell you to go up, but you can see that it's so we're gonna go check that out. It looks like there's actually two Valkyries waiting up there. Yes. So. Use turbo lift, and this is gonna take us to actually their ops. That's what we do.
Hello, friend. Are you looking for something?
I am helping the chef prepare a meal to commemorate the launch. Do you happen to have any spices?
All I have is some Nimian sea salt. Do you need it?
Do I need it? Do I need... Yes! That would be great help. Thank you very much.
Now, Wixon, he's a reliable guy. You might even say he's the Nimian salt of the earth.
Oh, is he? Is he? He sounded very useful when I was asking. He's like, do you need it? And like, well, I don't know. Do you want to have salt on your food? Nope. It's alright, Nixon. You just stay there, buddy. Don't you sweat it. Alright. Now, I believe we're going to take it back to the chef himself. Here.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll save you a bowl of stew.
So there is some subtle differences in the facial variation, but not that much, because obviously they're trying to keep distinctive Talaxian look, so you can very clear who's who. But in the game, if you did pick a Talaxian or something like that, you can usually change their skulls different things quite a bit, enough that you can make yourself unique, and you're not just like just a barely variation of jaw, or barely things. But I guess, I mean, actually, if you go around our world, right, it's kind of weird. Talaxians, I mean, if they developed in the world too, they should have different, just as many varieties as we are. If they have just as many environments, that's really what changes our genetics. It's not races, it's genetics, environment, our reaction to the environment around us, not horrible hypothesis of race. Thanks, but Talaxian food is a bit spicy. Or I can make my wife proud and say, sure, I love spicy food, and that's the one we're gonna pick. This was Alright, now we gotta help Astrometrics help Talaxian citizens assist with the preparations, and this is all part of the show. Jump up here. Wait, is this Astrometrics? Part of Astrometrics corner here.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be willing to help me? By adjusting the sensor array's pitch, up and down, and yaw, left and right, you can point the array at the target. By adjusting the force, you can change the distance the array examines. Be sure not to overshoot the target location. The array will be useless if that happens.
Oh, right, adjust the Astrometrics array. Which is pretty interesting. So this is actually suggesting that their shuttles run on autopilot, and that there's all autopilot is going to be calculated from a much larger computer that can do much harder calculations, which is obviously going to be super useful. Ouch. Just that ankle, that hurt. Plug in my computer, so give me a second, everybody. Ouch. Sorry if that's blown out your eardrums. That's just life. Alright. There we go. Yep. Alright, here we go. Who knew? Just dropping everything. I'm dropping the ball here. Let's see here. So, we want to be within 1 kilometer, basically around 1 mile of distance when we're going kilometer. I think that's a different, because small k and a small m. Different. Let's see. Yeah, kilometer, and I believe it is to the mile. Yes, it's about half a mile, so it's actually 0.621, so a little over half a mile, slightly over, so we want to be within a little bit of half a mile. Right there, they're essentially saying we want to be within 3 miles or so or that's where we are right now, is around 3 miles. I'm not sure why she wants it to be. Oh, I'll bet you what it is. It's variation difference, or like how far you're allowed to be off. It's the tolerance. We're trying to set the tolerance to be, right now we're off by 8.8 kilometers. That would make sense if your tolerance per distance, because the longer your route or where you're trying to travel, and if you're off by, say, the greater amount, it's going to be even larger at the other end of the distance you're traveling, because instead of being a straight line, it's at an angle, and you're going to, anyways, that's kind of some Carpenter stuff in some ways, but it's basic physics and how lines work and distance and travels and stuff. So right now, let's just say if we went with this 8.8, we are off right now where we are at this space station, 8.8 kilometers versus the planet that they want to go to. By the time we got to the planet, we'd be way greater than 8.8. But if we were off by just by half a mile, essentially, 0.6 or 0.625 miles, or 1 kilometer, at our end, by the time we get there, we're only going to be off by like a few miles, and we'll be able to actually scan for it within a system's range. Even use long-range scanners if we had to, and find it with like no problem, right? That's the idea, that it can do just by the time it gets there. And there we go. Let's change pitch angle. I want you to adjust it up. Yep, cool. Yep. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna go back, and I'm gonna say, okay, now change me my yaw. I'm just gonna hit that until it gets to where I can't adjust it, essentially. There it is. Okay, so now we've done it out of focus. Now we're gonna zoom in, essentially, with force. That's what they're calling it. With the force, or the strength of a laser or something. Something pushing, a physical effect. With a physical effect to zoom in. And every time we're zooming in, we're going in 1 kilometer. And just one more. Bam. Oh, yes. Oh! So if I increase force. Okay, so we're 1.4. That's still not enough. So let's check out, let's do angle down. Oh yeah, that's a pitch angle down, and we lock in our coordinates. Bam, so their autopilots are probably ready to go. And like I said, I'm making this up. I'm just using what the definition of the word is, and a basic, very basic rudimentary of some very basic, I don't know what I'm talking about, kind of science of just like quick reading, but I kind of understand things to work. Like I said, I'm not a scientist. My schooling is in with philosophy and theology, and so it's physical, actual physical science. Not.
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctor says she'll be up and around in no time.
Glad to hear it.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the Talaxian fleet to New Talix.
It would be my honor.
We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience. The Talaxians have much to do.
Certainly have to. Beam me up, Eliza. All right. Now, we shall follow the USS Voyager. Take it into full impulse here. Switch to our auxiliary power to transport. Oh my gosh!
Thank you for all you have done
got
for the
him.
Talaxians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life to you, Admiral.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure.
On my way, Neelix. Alright, so we actually lied. We're gonna warp out of here and leave Neelix to himself to be destroyed by the Vaudouar. Because he was never really that famous. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna help him out. Here's the staging area.
Are you ready to depart for New Talax?
Guys. Not yet, I'm not ready. Let me get, kind of in line with you guys. So everybody's kind of lined up. Exactly the opposite direction. You can see where their impulse manifolds are and all that stuff on their ships. So I believe, alright.
Are you ready to depart for New Talax?
Let's warp out to New Talax. Engage. Make it so. Let's do this. 5. Sir, this is Travell. He's my science officer. Sir, I'm detecting extremely high radiation levels in the system. Too high for normal dispersal patterns. I'll investigate further, but first, Neelix is hailing us from the Talaxian transport vessel. On screen.
Are you detecting the theta radiation spikes? Those levels have been
Yeah.
normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened?
We'll check it out. You stay here with the fleet. Just gonna check where this theta radiation is extremely dangerous for intelligent material. Essentially just gonna eradicate it. Sir, we appear to have high amounts of theta radiation around the planet. Our scans indicate that it was recently placed here. It should not have been It should not be an issue for us to remove, but we would have to deal with whoever dumped the radiation here in the first place. Neelix, do you have any idea who... excuse me. Tom's keyword. Contract Neelix ship. Neelix, do you have any idea who had
Theta
done this?
radiation could mean only one thing. The Malon. They lack the technology to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Malon are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
I'll deal with this next. Let's go, we can't talk to these guys, get them to realize that dumping radiation is, ridiculous, honestly. We actually some similar things on our planet. It's going to run out of space after a long time before we leave. I'm like, no way, is that it? Yes, that is. So we're gonna hail the Malon.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Malon. Go find your own dump site.
The Talaxians have claimed this system. You need to find another place to dump your waste.
Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the Talaxians to find another planet.
The Talaxians have been searching for years for a planet like their homeworld. We could assist you to find another dump site. Say that, or we can say, this is your last chance. Leave now, or I'll make you leave. Now, I'm not gonna pick that one, because that's... we're bartering here. See how he's talking to me? He's like, well, this is... here's my situation, and we've told him ours. Now it's time to barter. It's time to compromise, right? If I was like in a Klingon or something like that, then I'd be like, you leave now, you know, or whatever. But we're not. Federation is out. Eliza Flores cuts in. She says, the Malon have cut communications, sir. They're powering up weapons, and I believe... Let's give her an Irish voice a minute. The Malon have cut communications, sir. They're powering up weapons, and they've not a match for the Macbeth. Alright, red alerts target their engines. Destroying their ships will only make them radiation worse. This guy... Our stuff. Should be able to just... Boom! You're done for. There I go. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, the sensors are detecting... sensors are detecting the Malon reinforcements are on an intercept course. Alright. Light him on fire, even though that would actually be extremely dangerous in most situations. More, she says, more battleships inbound. Torpedo. I disabled that guy, alright. Yeah. Now we're gonna negotiate with them. So let's put ourselves back together. Alright, and see, we only just sustained just a little bit of damage.
Enough! You've ruined me, wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
Right, and this is the show where the captain would have like one hand on their knee or something and lean in. They always do that, they lean in. Find another place to dump your trash. Threatening, you know, just enough. More of a...
The Malon are gone, but the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to infect the entire planet.
The Macbethid can easily remove the radiation. Just give us a moment, Neelix. We've got this. We've got this, right, Eliza? Alright. There we go. Clean up radiation. There's one patch. We're gonna go take care of this patch. So that condensed right there version, that's the heart of it. That's where you're shooting for. That would be cool if, because this is a tactical officer, that'd be cool if they give the science and different option. I haven't played this one on a different character yet, so I don't know. There we go. Almost done. Clean that up, and now we're just gonna go clean up the last of it. Honestly, it's kind of funny because I think it looks very beautiful. I kind of like that look of green. The background of it looks like stars, and we're actually inside a cloud, a dust cloud that is circling around this planet. Probably look like a ring from far away, a very large, fat ring.
Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the Talaxian people. Your crew will always be welcome on New Talax. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again soon.
It's been my pleasure, Neelix. Best of luck to you and your people. And Elijah says, we have completed our mission, sir. We can leave as soon as you're ready. Yes. Depart system. Thus. Awesome. There we go. So that's the mission. Gets more interesting on the next one. That one's just kind of like one of the in-between episodes. It kind of ties episodes together, just kind of like they do in the actual Star Trek TV series. We're going to hail the Delta Quadrant commander, who just so happens to be...
The Malon were causing problems? Can't say I'm surprised. Hopefully this won't amount to more than a minor inconvenience. If it does, we'll be ready to take action.
Catherine Janeway, Admiral Catherine Janeway to be precise. So, and then we'll look at what we get here. Get some sort of console and stasis field, tactical console, and lockbox, and a console engineering, science, tactical. Oh, so it's only like 3 different ones, and either current lockbox or an engineering. Gives you damage resistance. Science, it gives you shield capacity or torpedo damage. And I believe that's all torpedoes too, which is kind of cool. Torpedo weapon damage. And that can be super good if you're trying to create a ship that relies on torpedo damage to really do it, because there are ones that ignore shields. And you can use those to actually be able to puncture, I believe quantum torpedoes do. And the one that comes from that use in the Klingon story, the first part of this to destroy the Doomsday machine. That will actually ignore shields and do quite a bit of damage. You can up that stuff using that. Most people use a bit of a mix of like phasers to get rid of shields, and torpedoes to knock out the ship. Theoretically you don't have to. So I think I'm gonna go.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
So this is... Let's see where that sits on the missions here. That's way up here. So obviously I did the Cobalt front. It's under attack. The Alliance is sending in available ships to help them out save their homeworld. So I went there. I haven't actually done any of that. It's just to team up with to confront the Vaudoir, who are the bad guys of this scenario. And of course you can see it's little bit, scary stuff. Plan stage, exploration, scary stuff. Exploration, scary stuff. Scary stuff. And thanks for coming out and seeing the Delta Quadrant. That's the idea. So thanks again. And I'll show you the heat. There it is. That's the symbol right there. So I told you I'd do that. So there's the symbol. You got to see the ship separate. You didn't get to see the robot in action, and I wanted to be able to do that. So maybe at least there's gotta be a quick something I can do where I can do that. Blah blah blah. I don't think I can do my... I can! Look at that! I can do my daily bonus today. So let's do it real quick. Let's do one night patrol in Bosman. And... actually I changed that. I like those officers. I'll change to my combat gear too. and my anti-Borg stuff. And we'll pull out all our pets. We'll just, hopefully we'll do this real quick. Done. At least I'll just show you how it goes.
Good, you made it. Okay, the bomb. Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator.
And then she's gonna say that until I do that. So yeah, this is my actual height, 5'7". Everybody else is like 6 foot something in this game.
Don't forget to equip a frequency
He's
remodulator.
taller. I was like 5'9", but a couple of car accidents don't go wrong, right? She's gonna sit there and be like,
Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator.
So, yes, we're working on it, alright? Riemann reinforcements. So that would allow me to Riemann reinforcements. Anti-Lytic. There it is, anti-Borg. I think we got all our anti-Borg stuff on. Let's do this. We're gonna drop the force field. We are Borg. We are a liberated Borg, you can actually see. So is she. So
Right,
this is
let's
kind
get
of
moving. We need to get to the
nice.
complex
Yeah,
quickly.
we are going to do this. Really? Okay, there we go.
So much for the bombing
Yeah,
run.
she says.
Enterprise must have finished off the Borg vessel.
We are the Borg. Your biological and technological distinctiveness
Wasn't close enough. Dang.
resistance is
Alright then. So then. Bring out the tires.
For all this time, they still haven't learned. Resistance is inevitable.
Gonna blow these guys away. This is my ultra combat team here, as you can tell. This is, it's a bit different from my science officer, right? I'm just going through and literally blowing through these guys. I'm not doing
Complex
as
took
many
some
debuffs
hits.
though.
Let's check for
Right?
survivors.
You can see that I do depend on it. Looks like it. So that was quick and easy. See if our other pets are ready. We've got like 3 of them now on this character alone. 15 seconds. Go. And we'll be able to call those Riemann reinforcement guards here soon.
I'm not picking up any Borg life signs in the complex. Picard and his people should be here now.
So,
Let's make sure.
this is how you get dilithium. It's good to do the natural stories and get dilithium that way, but it's going to take a while to get 8,000, right? So do your events. Get your dilithium. You can have just... Oops. What? I'm sorry, what? You were saying something?
Okay, my tricorder's picking up multiple subspace comm signals in the area.
Okay, is the Enterprise team away?
Some of them are Starfleet, but they're coming from inside the missile silo. Probably protecting Zephram Cochrane. The rest of the signals are coming from the southwest. Any guesses as to the source?
The Borg?
Got it in one. Looks like they managed to send down a few landing parties before their ship blew up. Chances are they're here to make our lives difficult. I think it's time we return the favor.
Agreed. Let's move out. Alright. And now we're gonna bring out those pods. And I beam him in. Those guys in. There he is. That's them right there. That's my. I'm dead. And I believe I still have to wait, but I'll be able to pull out my Porta, which is a crystal.
Heads up, there are drones ahead.
Your defenses are insufficient. You will be assimilated.
Yeah, assimilate this. Assimilate this, right? You actually, that electricity hits so hard and so fast. If you're within the distance, you saw them drop, they were dead before everybody else dropped them, which is completely ridiculous. So, but I mean, we're just shooting through everything anyways. Probably could have done this on hard, which I might do tonight with my, going. If my wife goes to bed early. If she doesn't, which I'm hoping she doesn't, then we're going to, me and
There are
her,
lights
we're
over
going to
there.
go out and we're going to do some dungeons and upgrade characters.
Borg will be drawn to it like moths to a flame. We need to protect the locals. Picking up life signs ahead. Some of them are Borg.
I might not be able to take you to Europe, baby, but I can
Well, what
take
do
you
you
to
want?
Somerset House.
Get away from us!
Oh,
You
yeah.
will be assimilated. You will adapt to
Assimilate this.
What the
Assimilate
hell are
this.
those things?
Assimilate this.
Zombies?
was one of my favorite things that Worf said
Afraid something like
in the
Take out those
First
drones.
Contact movie. There it is. Lord of mercy. Lightning's dead. So adapted. Adapted. Oh yeah? Yeah, can't adapt to that because it's a physical weapon. So if you really want something kind of that kills them, go with the bat lift. Or a sword.
You need to do a
has
memory
only
wipe
goal.
on the locals. They can't remember the war. Setting your tricorder to emit a
Alright,
neurolytic
switching
pulse.
back. And then we'll bring in our Horta. We've got all our pets now. I believe. Where's our robot? Did he get killed? That was super fast. Alright, so it says he'll be out for... How long does this guy stay out? Some of them, 65 Horta. Doesn't tell me. Does this guy have a... Performs 2 types of lesser tool attacks. Ability to taunt. Cool. Goes for 3 seconds. Oh, it only lasts 45 seconds. That's why. Okay. So, that's a get in the fight, get them out. Same thing with these ground guards. You bring them down. They're only going to be there for 60 seconds. Okay. And then, of course... My pet, he's going to be there for about 2 minutes or so, or he'll be there for a while too. So it's kind of cool. And this is not this is the Horta combat pet, so it's much larger. Cargo. I know you can have them both out at the same time. I've done it before, so I don't know why it's actually. It seems like wrong. I'm going to erase your memory, because I have the right to do that. I have the right to steal stuff from you. In your brain. Very private area. This seems so wrong to me. But hey, it's something they're writing in there, you know, it's for the timeline or whatever. It kind of makes sense in some ways, like, they probably make it more like it could end up being a type of sickness or simply disease that could be created inside the brain.
Looks like
How
the Borg
you
changed
think,
their
right?
tactics.
A neurological
Avoiding
disorder.
Cochrane and the Enterprise crew and focusing on assimilating the locals. Makes sense. But they lost their ship, they lost their numerical advantage.
Alright. It's in our best interest to keep it.
No argument here. I ran a quick scan of these drones. There's several references in their onboard nav systems to a location north of here. Designation Resource Node 01. We should check this out. Whatever they're up to isn't a good thing.
I agree.
This area's
Let's
clear.
go.
Picking up Borg
We
signals
get
to
to
the
save
north,
some
though.
people, wipe their memories so they don't have horrible nightmares the rest of their life.
Apparently,
I don't know
Resource
if
Node
it was
01 is a garbage dump. Sounds wonderful. There must be something of tactical value. Let's make sure they don't find it.
Wow, it's not firing. Come on, you old machine. There we go. Inventory's full. Don't really. It's a white item. I don't need it.
Great. This place smells and it's swarming with drones. Take them down.
We should have. Yep. Is the Horta gone? Yeah. So I guess maybe you can only have one out now. Weird. We're gonna call in our. What that now? A robot. I don't see this guy next. There he is. Anti-structural annihilator. And he's.
Let's see if we can figure out what they were
Good at
looking for
killing
here.
Borg. Well, keep it down. Lord mercy.
Power amplifiers.
Power amplifier, Miss Paris. Miss Paris.
Copper tubing.
Copper tubing.
And lithium batteries.
Energizer Bunny.
I think I know what
Energizer
they're
Bunny.
doing here, and it's not good.
Is it ever?
I think they're trying to build a transporter. They might have lost their ship, but there's a lot of complex isn't
Any
far.
recommendations? Agreed, let's move out. It's not an Energizer Bunny. I don't want to talk about it. Alright, so now we should have no pets. Nope, Hort is there, so that's weird. So's the Targ, so's the guy. They're all hiding, so you can have them all out. Now we've actually answered the issue. The real question is, can you catch them all? And as we've seen, yes,
Sign
you
of the
can.
Borg.
Let's do this.
Run a scan, make sure Picard's
Star
team
Trek.
is all accounted for.
Scan for the Enterprise crew. Yes.
Picking up Starfleet comm badges inside the bar and... Hold on.
Wait, are they
More
big?
Starfleet comm badges inbound, but they're on board.
Oh, hey. Well, that's right. Star Trek came with a full-on crew, ready for war. Oh, yeah. We believe in peace at any cost.
Fair to say the Borg finished making their transporter. Those were assimilated Starfleet officers from Enterprise.
What?
Which sweep the perimeter and make sure there aren't any Borg going after Cochrane.
Ah, I see. Right, let's go. That does make sense there, Seven. They came from Enterprise. You know that from the show. That's the first place it gets kicked. What?
Don't call to make a turn off my music.
Will Riker? Zephyr Cochrane.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Good friend of yours?
Yes.
Yes.
Husband?
No.
No.
Good.
One of my favorite parts of the whole movie.
Deanna.
This is the good stuff. And he drinks it and it's nasty as heck. And he goes, okay, not the good stuff.
Okay, the perimeter's clear. I'm thinking that transmission tower's our next stop.
Here we go, transmission towers next. Oh, Borg. Right. 3, 2, 1. And that's how you wipe them out. Look at that. We got gold stuff out of that. That's probably a lockbox I'm going to actually have to pay for kind of thing. So we'll see. I'm hoping not, but you never know. They do like to make you pay for stuff in this game. Does kind of make sense though, because they spend a lot of time in building stuff, right? So why would they not expect a little something back? Even if it's I don't need no stupid white item or green, for that matter. Purple's good. That's what I tend to usually keep, because unless it's on a set. Because you can upgrade stuff too. If you particularly really like something, you can't upgrade it. You don't have to just, you don't have to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Or like go try and find it again. So look at this. I got 2 of these small hypos. I don't really need 47 of these things. I hardly ever use them, to be honest. Power cells, again, don't. I'm just gonna sell them. I'm gonna go. Give me 160, credits again, space credits or whatever. Energy credits. Essentially, it's like they kind of have the similar thing where they have the energy rations or replicator rations. I'm guessing it's the same. The energy credits are actual physical resource that's traded in order to be able to plug it into the replicator and actually create something. I think it's slightly funny because we use something that is a representative of an actual resource in obviously real life, and so it's still money, but it's just the way they're trying to work around it, because it's like, how do you gotta have a monetary system inside this game, because people right now don't want to do stuff for free. It's not a real thing, so they're never gonna sell stuff and just put it on the market for anybody to get. They want something out of it. They'll work for it and get something out of it in that way. It feels good, right? And I'm guessing that's what's going on there. So, who knows? Anyways, almost done, yes? Almost done, yes? Take out, look at that, take out. What is this? In the X2, I might give that to one of my guys. Pressing fire, battle strategies. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Again, I said no. Get away from me. going through these ones here where it's like, I don't really need that, don't really need that. Alright, I think, to be honest, I think that's probably pretty good right there. That should be more than enough to get what we need, and we'll get rid of the rest later. And we'll have picked them up by now, automatically. There we go, we'll find out. I'm pretty sure they're just, if I remember it, it's just, let's go to our inventory and just take a quick resort and take a quick look. It should be able to come down here. Aha, right there. That's them. Emerald chain lockbox, right? Looks like a gold item. You pick it up, realize you can't use it. So it would be nice if we got master keys every once in a while, you know, for lifetime members. We're not getting our Zen stuff, but lifetime members, it would be, you know, once a month or something, just so we can open the lockbox.
There it is, one bootleg Borg transporter.
Well, we
need to take it out before this place is crawling with drones.
Not to be rude.
There are 3 transporter pads. Each of them is powered by an array. I can send a feedback pulse.
To figure out what we're doing. Let's do this.
You're gonna need to keep them off me. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, okay? Right now we have it. Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter.
No offense, Jerry Ryan. We're just kind of in a little bit of hurry. I'm sure you understand. Actress who play more than once in your life, right? Let's go. I'm gonna save some of my stuff for a little bit later, because this is the third one is really good. Hot and heavy.
Using a simple modulator.
The Borg technology ones, it takes them a little while to adapt, and once they adapt, you can still kill them for a little bit. Damage. Well, fully adapt, really.
Alright, this one's done. Let's go.
Give her a chance. So let's take out our first pet.
2 to go. Stay sharp. They know we're up to something.
Wow, that guy adapted pretty serious. Woo! 28 seconds, about 30 seconds, we'll take out our second pet.
They're onto us. Security protocols just spike and not
yes, they are. I would agree, they are onto us. Taking people out left and right. Alright, 30 seconds should be pretty close.
2 down.
We're going to take out our A600 series. We have 2 people down, so they're just going to kind of making up for that. Always roll to get out of that tether there. There we go.
Only 1 left. Stay with me. We can do this.
Alright. 35 seconds and we'll pull out our last pet. We got 1 left to go, so we gotta get down here.
Only 1 left. Stay with me. We can do this.
We have analyzed your tactics. We have adapted. We are Borg.
Come on, 7. We're gonna start popping the rest of our stuff here.
Those drones are getting
grenades out there.
Comfort. Fix that.
Calling in my Riemann reinforcements. Calling in all my stuff, like reinforcements from Starfleet.
We're using a fractal self-replicating security.
Lightning, you know, we're just we're pulling out the stop
do
there.
That now.
Oh, they got me finally. I only got 1 left. Are we gonna be able to pull it off? I highly doubt it.
A little help here? I think I pissed him off.
Shields down. And Alright, Zerfa. We're back. Here we go. Let's get back with 7. My engineers told you she was smart. Good combination. And here we go with the doctor and Scotty. And that's just perfect. I love that. We're gonna see if we can come in from behind. Aha! Give you the horse there. And here we go. Ooh. Getting flanked. Yep. Retreat a little bit.
Got it. Transporter's out of commission.
They're adapting really fast. It's down again. Nice, let's get our people
I think we're
up.
through the worst of it.
And that's kind of it. Looks like we got down over here. Cool, they're already picking them up. And we're good.
I think we're through the worst of it. Over is...
Alright, so that's it. You got to see a little bit of it. He's just an extra guy. He's really accurate with his shot and does some decent amount of damage. So, and I mean, I had a bunch of people right there, right? It's in a little bit of a hurry. It could have been a little bit smarter, way smarter on that. But that was just showing you how it goes. And, yeah, so thanks for watching. You can follow me on ClubbedCashew. Follow me, ClubbedCashew50, on YouTube, Twitter, as well as Instagram and Facebook. And we've got Clan Mac here. We've got a fleet. You can join us on here on Star Trek Online. You can join us on Elder Scrolls Online, our main area where we play. There look for Clan MacTier or Clan Mac Tire. It's spelled Tire. Anyways, but come find us and join us. You're more than welcome to. We're always open for officers. So thanks for watching. Right after this, I'm gonna go on and show you guys a little bit of what faded grips I was talking about with him. So stay tuned, and I'll give you a discount code too. The discount code, just for anybody else who's not gonna watch, you go to Fade Grips, and use the discount code from me. It's Cash's Stash. Right? But here in a minute, I'll show you the good stuff and what I'm talking about, the kind of quality material they're working with.